Thank you guys for tuning in to this week's edition of the Lynn MA Sportscast. I'm Sean Donahue.
And I'm Jessica Starbard. We've got a great show lined up for you this week. I sit down with one of the young talents of the Lady Spartans pitching staff.
And in the Coach's Corner, we'll take some time to talk with the 12-year-old All-Stars of the Pine Hill Little League.
And we'll see how the Lady Spartans are doing in their playoff push. But first, we're going to head down to Fraser Field to check out a Navs game with this week's Sideline Sportscast with Bella DeGrazia.
Welcome to Fraser Field, where the North Shore Navigators will be playing 7 tonight against the Torrington Titans. Here with me now, General Manager Bill Terlecki. Bill, how have the North Shore Navigators impacted your life since coming here in 2012?
Well, it's been a great experience. I mean, first of all, I really enjoy living on the North Shore and, being able to live close to the ocean. And it's really fun kind of, putting the team together every year and, working within the community, getting the fans to come out. It's been a lot of fun. I've really warmed up to the Navigators, and despite all the other teams I've worked for throughout my life, I'm a Navigator now, and it's pretty cool. My job is more to make sure that when the fans come out to the ballpark, they're having fun. So winning can be a part of that, but to me, I focus more on the fan experience and the promotions and those type of things.
You've been in professional baseball for about 36 years. Have you ever played any other sports?
Pretty much baseball has been my career. Got into it right after college. Didn't play much, so I'm more on the management side. Right after college, got into it and wouldn't look back. I mean, it's not all glory. It's not easy. It's not some glamorous thing, but I've enjoyed being around the ballpark and being around the guys kind of keeps you young.
At one point, the Navigators were ranked top 20 in the country. As the general manager, how does that make you feel?
Well, we always like it when we win.
Interesting experience to be witnessed as one of the top 20 teams, summer league teams in the country last year. But anything on paper, it is what it is. It's on paper. We have to go out and execute every single day. But just to be recognized that we did a good job recruiting the players we did, was a great opportunity to be recognized amongst the rest of the teams in the country.
So, John, I read in the Aidan that your father recently passed away. How much of an inspiration was that for you and for the team?
For me, it's, he's been around for 36 years of my life, and he's been an inspiration to me every single day, and to go out and dedicate the rest of my life to him, making sure that he's proud, I do everything proud for him, is something that I enjoy doing every single day. I still look up to him, I still talk to him all the time, just he's just not right there next to me anymore.
What's your biggest goal that you hope the team achieves by the end of this season?
Well, from my standpoint, to keep my job and for my ownership, to represent my ownership group, is to come away with a championship, and that's my goal every single year. But in order for these guys to have successful seasons, it's to get along with each other, make sure that the goals that they excel at over the course of the season are accomplished, and if they're not, I want to find ways to facilitate the manners in which it takes to have those goals optimally attained by them.
I think just as a team goal, I think we just really need to hone in on getting really competitive at bats later in the game and getting solid pitching, consistent pitching as we stretch later in the games. I think that's a key for us for sure.
I want to win the championship this year. This is my third year on the team, and I've come close the last 2 years, but hopefully win the championship this year.
In order to get to the championship, what do you feel you need to work on as a member of the North Shore Navigators?
I think everyone's just got to do their job. So far this year, we haven't had a complete game where pitching, hitting, defense all comes together. So as long as we do that, I think we can win every game.
We're all working hard right now. It's summer ball, so we're all trying to have our individual goals, but just as a team, we just got to keep grinding and keep working hard.
What do you feel you personally need to work on as a member of the North Shore Navigators?
Personally, I think I need to just get some more innings pitching-wise and just keep my team close in the game, because it's wood bats, so it's tough to score runs regardless. So if I can keep us close, then we'll have a good chance to win.
We want to win the FCBL.
Do you have anything that you feel you need to work on as a member of the North Shore Navigators by the end of the season?
It's just getting better. Improving your stuff, just being a good teammate.
Is this your first year playing in the Navigators?
My second.
Do you guys feel like you're a family? Can you talk to them about anything?
Yeah. We're pretty close. I've only known them for a couple weeks, but you get pretty close over the past since we've been here.
What is your biggest goal you hope the team achieves by the end of this season?
Well, we'd like to draw more fans than we did last year, and we'd like to win more games than we did last year, but mainly we'd like to make a positive impact in the community and add to the quality of life on the North Shore and give families something fun to do during the summer. And those are pretty simple goals and pretty simple of what we're trying to accomplish here.
Well, that's all we got tonight down here at Fraser Field. We wish the boys luck for tonight and for the rest of the season.
Checking in with news around the city, the 20th annual Aganis baseball game will take place over the weekend. Players from 3 Lynn schools have made the North and South rosters. Justin Avery, Brett Orelli, and Brad Scuzzarella from Lynn Classical, and Drew Gentile, Andrew Napoleon, and Michael Troy of Lynn English are on the South team, while Brian Nerrick will play for the North.
And also in Aganis news, the Aganis Foundation Awards were handed out this week, and there were several local winners. Carla Ross from Lynn English was awarded the Patrick McManus Memorial Scholarship. Lynn Classical's Brad Scuzzarella won the Michael Aganis Scholarship, and the recipient of this year's Edward Cahill Scholarship was Andrew Diamati from St. Mary's, while Carol Diamati was awarded the foundation's Chairman Award. Other winners include Jenny Mucciaroni from St. Mary's and Anthony Ong from Lynn Classical.
And unfortunately, the Lady Spartan playoff push coming to an end this week as St. Mary's fell to New Bedford in the Division III semifinals 3-zip. It was another strong outing for the Spartans pitching staff, but the Bats just could not get going against New Bedford, who their pitcher, Nellie Edelston, she was phenomenal. She fanned 6 batters through her first 3 innings, and here are the highlights in this week's Game of the Week.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Martin Softball Field in Lowell for Division III Eastern Mass semifinal. Strike 3 call. She gets the strikeout. She gets her for strike 3. So they escape, giving up only 1 run. 3 hits and a couple of walks. Hit in the left center field for a base hit. Hit by the third baseman in the left field. Fisher taking off, going to third, she's in. Swing and a miss, she gets the strikeout. 2 strikeouts in the inning. So St. Mary's threatens, but they leave runners at second and third. Hit deep to left field, over the left fielder's head, all the way back to the fence. In with a stand-up double is Fisher with her second hit. Hit to the shortstop. Doyle hit it a ton. She gave it a good shot, and the shortstop Avila went up and picked it off. Holly Roy drew a walk. Hits at the second base. Mucciaroni with the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Lines it in the left center field for a base hit. Around first, in the second with a stand-up double. The bunt is down. They throw her out. Safe at the plate. The runner gonna try and score. Safe at the plate, they drop the ball at the plate, 2-run score. Big gets credit for an RBI with the sacrifice. The bunt, the runner scored from third, and when they tried to throw the ball home, they threw it away. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Hit the middle, Mucciaroni with the play. The Yanks play by Chen Mucciaroni. Swing and a miss, she chased the pitch way over her head. Out at second. Another great throw by Duchette. Hit in the center field for a base hit. Swing and a miss. She gets another strikeout. Off-speed pitch hit to third. Nice changeup by Nowicki. She comes back and gets her. Nice job by Nowicki. Popped up, shot right field. Mucciaroni makes the play. The payoff pitch once again up and coming. And that's the first walk given up. Hit the center field, nice play. Holly Roy got a good jump and made the running catch coming into left center field. Hit, it's going to drop. No, it doesn't. Pierce makes a great catch. That was a base hit taken away. Hit off the second baseman. She stays with it. Cuto makes another play. So some nice defense by Greater New Bedford Regional in the 7th inning. 2 in the outfield, 1 in the infield. And St. Mary's is shut out. That doesn't happen very often for St. Mary's as they end up losing in the semifinals. Eastern Mass Final. Greater New Bedford wins it by a score of 3-0. New Bedford will go to 21-9. St. Mary's will drop to 18-7. But a terrific season for the seniors.
We are joined now by Michaela Hamill. She is a sophomore over at St. Mary's High School in Lynn, and she was the starting pitcher in that game that we just watched. So we just saw the highlights. Talk us through what that game was like for you.
Well, I thought we did good defensively, but we struggled a little offensively.
Yeah, New Bedford's pitcher was kind of spot on.
She was very good. We had trouble hitting.
And she's just a freshman, correct?
Yeah, so she has 4 more years, or 3 more years.
Were you able to talk with her a little bit afterwards, kind of as both starters of the game?
I just told her she had a good game, because she did. And she pitched good in the finals, too, against, I think it was, I don't know who they played, but she's a really good pitcher.
She's a really good pitcher, but so aren't you. I mean, defensively, you guys had a really great game, and making it to the semifinals in your sophomore year, do you feel like the bar is kind of set pretty high for the rest of your career at St. Mary's?
Yeah, I'm excited for next year. I think we'll still be a very good team because we're only losing 4 seniors, so I think we have a good chance the next 2 years to try to get the state finals.
And you're part of the game, the pitching staff, all really young. You have you as a sophomore, a freshman, and a junior. What's it like kind of being these young kids that get to go through all the ropes together?
I think it's good because we'll probably get a lot stronger as the years go on, and we'll still be very good pitching.
Did you learn anything from this playoff push that you can apply to next season?
Yeah, I just learned, I know like what it takes to get that far because we were so close to the end, so I think if I just keep working hard, we could get to the end next year.
So going back throughout this whole season, you guys really, the strongest aspect was pitching. What do you think you guys need to improve upon next year?
I think definitely hitting we need to improve on. Towards the end, we got a lot better at hitting, but a lot of our games are low-scoring games, like 1-0, so I think we need to work on that more.
Talk to us a little bit about the identity of the Lady Spartans, because St. Mary's is just stacked with great teams. What is it that makes the Lady Spartans so special?
I think we're all a very close team. We all get along really well, and we're all very good friends on and off the field.
Does that help spending so much time together, even the extra bonus time in the playoffs?
Yeah, it helps a lot. We got to spend a lot of time together because it was a very long season.
Absolutely. So any kind of funny stories you have from this season?
I don't know.
No, just kind of, I mean, going to the playoffs,
Yeah.
that's certainly
It was fun.
fun
It was a
time
fun
for you
season.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
So going ahead to next year, have your, as a team, your expectations changed a little bit making it to the semifinals?
Yeah, I think next year we're gonna really work hard because, again, we were so close, and we really want to get to the state final game.
What do you think is going to get you guys over that hump, except for just the hitting?
I'd say we could get a little better defensively. I think we're a very solid defensive team, so we could work on that a little more.
So going back to you, what do you think is the pitch that you throw that gives you the most identity? Like Michaela Hamill's up at the mound, she's going to throw this pitch the best.
I think my curveball is the best pitch I throw, or my changeup.
Your curveball and your changeup, anybody that taught you that?
My pitching coach, Michelle Green, she taught me all my pitches.
Is there any kind of things you're going to be working off? What's going to be in your stuff, I guess, next year?
I'm going to work on my changeup a little more because sometimes it doesn't always work. But she works really well with me, and she's a very good pitching coach.
Yeah, talk to us a little bit about your coaching staff, just the whole St. Mary's coaching staff for you guys.
Colin's a very good coach. I like her a lot. And we have Mr. Saro. he's very good. And Emily Day, she's she's very supportive. And we also have Don Harp. He's he just is very nice to all of us, and he likes us all a lot.
So I was a terrible softball player, didn't even make it out of the minor leagues, so I never even got to the part where you learned how to pitch. What do you work on in practice, and what are kind of the areas of focus as a softball pitcher?
Well, I learned when I was really young. My dad actually taught me when I was younger, and then we started going to a pitching coach. And I work on the same thing every time. It's like repetition helps you get better.
Is that always the position that you wanted to play?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a pitcher ever since I was little. I started when I was like 7 years old.
And what's your favorite part of taking the mound?
Winning. I like to win a lot. I like the feeling of winning.
I mean, that's
good.
Definitely a lot of fun.
Yes.
I mean, do you like kind of being, when I think of baseball and when I think of softball, I think of kind of the pitcher and the catcher kind of control the tempo of the defense. Is that something that you look forward to as a kind of leader on the team?
Yeah, like everyone kind of feeds off the pitcher. If I'm having a good game, everyone else usually has a good game. It's like if I'm not having a good game, it kind of affects the rest of the team.
In junior year, huge year for a student athlete. What are you going to be working on now that you're in the off season that's going to maybe get some eyes looking at you next year?
Well, I play, and it's like an AAU, it's like a tournament team, and we do showcases for colleges, so we're gonna go to those and hopefully get some scouts.
Are there anything beyond just the practices and the fundamentals that you do, maybe anything conditioning-wise that you're going to be working on as well?
I do Boyles. It's a gym in Woburn that I did this year. I'm probably going to do it next year too.
And what kind of are the muscles that you work towards? I mean, everybody knows that you got to have your arm strength, but is there any kind of areas or workouts of focus that you need to be working on?
My legs too. I have to get those stronger.
Really?
Yeah, because you like push off the mound to get your legs stronger and go faster.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Michaela, for being on the show. Now we're going to go to the Coach's Corner with Sean Donahue.
Welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm Sean Donahue. Here with me today to discuss Pine Hill Little League, we have some of the elites from the 12-year-old All-Star team. We have Pete Dow, manager. We also have his son, Aidan Dow, who's a 12-year-old All-Star. And I think you said you play first base, right? And then we have Colin Reddy, who's a pitcher over there for the Pine Hill All-Star team. Now, you guys obviously are baseball guys. I never was a baseball guy. I couldn't hit, so I played lacrosse. Tell me a little bit, before we get too much in the league, let's talk about who you guys are and how you got started with the league. Coach, we'll start with you.
All right. I started coaching 11 years ago with my oldest son, who's now in college. And there was a couple years after that where I didn't coach because Aidan wasn't old enough. So I came back about 7 years ago with Aidan when he started in T-ball.
Now, you've been in the league for about 11 years, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a pretty long time to do anything. Now, what's interesting to me from a coaching standpoint is that you've seen a lot of these guys grow up, and you've actually probably played some part in establishing their values, which is pretty cool. Aidan, let's talk about you. Now, you're a first baseman. When I played baseball, I was the best 12-year-old in the 10-year-old league. And basically, I played first base and pitcher. And then they found out how old I was, and they were like, "Go do something else." Now, yourself, you're probably a better athlete than I was. Tell me a little bit about how you got started playing baseball.
I got started because my dad was coaching. He wanted me to start playing more sports when I was 5. So I decided to play baseball as a hobby.
Cool. Now, any other sports that you play?
I play basketball, football.
All right, football. That's great. Where do you play football?
I play for Eastland Pop Warner.
Awesome. Now, they're all the Bulldogs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Colin, let's talk a little bit about you. You're a pitcher, all right? It takes a lot of guts to get up on there on the mound. Everybody's watching you, and it's easy to tell when you make a mistake or when you make a good thing happen. Tell me how you got involved in the team.
Well, my whole family, we've always played baseball, and my brother started playing for Pine Hill, and I just wanted to play too. Just watching them in the games make me want to play.
So now you've got some family, older brothers right now, right?
Yeah.
Did they go to high school in Lynn?
I have one brother. He goes to St. Mary's Lynn.
Yeah, I think
He's
I
a
coached
freshman.
that guy too. I coach him in football. He's a good athlete. He's a younger kid. We gave him a great opportunity, and he took hold of that, and he did a very good job. So if you're anything like your brother, you're probably a pretty good guy. So Pine Hill baseball. Pine Hill is a little league. Now, we were talking before the show, Pete, about how long it's been in existence. I think you said 1960,
1961.
1961. So there's some history in this league, especially, I mean, in the 60s throughout all of America, there was a lot going on. And even in small towns like Lynn, too. So you've been there for 11 years. Tell me a little bit about the league. What are some of the, what's your focus in bringing these kids in? What are you trying to teach them?
I try to teach the kids everyday values, not just playing sports, baseball. I coach football also for 17 years. So I try to teach them that when you leave the park, you still have to represent Pine Hill, represent yourself, act like gentlemen no matter where you are. It's not, baseball and sports in general aren't the main focus for me as a coach. I want these kids to grow up and be good citizens, be, good parents, good fathers, just good people in general. And by focusing more on themselves and the way they present themselves, I think that helps with that, and sports come second.
That's a great point to make. Definitely, I mean, obviously when you get into coaching, it's because you love the sport. And you soon realize that it's really not about the game or winning. Winning's fun, it's always a good bonus. But what it is you're molding these young minds, and you're creating, just like you said, future Lynn citizens. So it's important for us to tell them about what they need to do throughout life in order to kind of adapt, adjust, overcome, responsibility, accountability. Sports is really what brings that to the youth, I believe, other than homework and what you have to do in the schoolyard. So now you guys have been involved with the league for about, I think you said you've been playing baseball for 5 to 7 years, right?
Yeah.
Now, just Pine Hill, right?
Yeah.
Now, you guys go to school over at Breed. Eventually, I'm sure you're going to be planning on playing high school baseball as well. Where have you guys started giving consideration to? Aidan, we'll start with you.
I really want to go to classical because I'm always at the games because my brother played for the varsity football team.
Cool.
He was the starting center.
Okay, cool. Now, who was your brother?
Pete Dow.
Pete Dow. That sounds familiar too. We have to watch a lot of film, and sometimes we'll get classicals and English mixed up, but because they have such a great football program, it's really not work for us. It's something we can do to kind of enjoy. Now, that's your son too.
Correct.
All right, so you're raising a bunch of athletes ready to go. We like that. We like that here in the Sportscast. Colin, let's talk about you. Where are you planning on going to high school?
I'm not sure yet. I like St. Mary's a lot. My brother goes there.
Yeah, I'm sure your parents like it too.
Yeah.
So, realistically, it'd be great to make your own decisions, but you're young, and they're going to have your best interests. So, if you get to go to St. Mary's, and I don't know, you're a baseball player. I'm not sure. Do you play football at all?
I play hockey.
All right, so you'll be able to avoid me. I coach lacrosse and football over there. So baseball, not my thing. Hockey, I could never ice skate. I guess that's important, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get outside of sports right now, and let's talk a little bit about school, okay? School's just ending, right? So you guys get the summer coming up. Your reading list, I'm sure that's probably something that's on your to-do lists, right?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to anything on that list?
No.
You haven't even looked at it yet, have you? All right, so let's not worry about the reading list, but what would you say about some of your favorite subjects? Aidan, go ahead.
Some of my favorite subjects are math, science, social studies, and that's it.
That's it. That's all. That's your expertise. Math, I gotta hand it out to you, man, because I was never a math person. I probably never will be. Now, Colin, let's talk a little bit about you. What are some of your favorite subjects in school?
I like English.
English?
Yeah.
That's an easy one. You were born with that, right?
Yep.
Anything else that stand out?
Nah.
Just English? No math, social studies, history?
I like them, but I like English the best.
Okay, English the best, cool. So now are you into literature, or is it more so just writing and grammar?
Just writing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then seeing as though you're an English guy, that reading list should be on the top of your list of priorities. I think so. So now you guys have a scrimmage coming up today. You guys are going up and playing against Nahan. So that'll be fun. Now you're going over to their home turf?
No, they're coming down to us.
Oh, even better. So yeah, definitely you can go down there and check out the game. This show will air a little bit later, but it's definitely probably worth your while to check out these guys. 12-year-old all-star team over at the Pine Hill Little League. Guys, I want to say thank you for coming on to the program. More importantly, I want to wish you good luck in your upcoming season. I know Pine Hill has a tradition of winning, and I'd love to see you guys continue to do that, all right? Outside of sports, of course, school comes first, family, and all that good stuff. So, Coach, keep doing the great job that you're doing with these guys. Character, all that stuff is going to go a long way, especially while they transition into young Lynn citizens. That's it from the Coach's Corner. Why don't we go to the question of the week? Tweet your answers to our Twitter handle at Lynn Sportscast for your chance to win a free pizza from Tony Lena's on Boston Street. Last week's question was: Revere native Tony C. suffered a severe eye injury during the Red Sox 67 season, which derailed his career. What high school did he attend? The answer, of course, was St. Mary's in Lynn. Patrick Gibb chimed in with the correct answer. He will receive this week's free pizza from Tony Lena's. This week's question is: June 24th, 1966 marks the date in which the Rolling Stones made their first American appearance. Where did they perform? Again, tweet your answers to our Twitter handle at Lynn Sportscast for your chance to win a free pizza from Tony Lena's on Boston Street. Well, that's our show for this week's edition of the Lynn MA Sportscast. If you guys have a sports story or maybe just want to give us some feedback, you can reach us at www.LynnCAMTV/shows/Lynn MA Sportscast. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Lynn Sportscast. We would like to say thank you to our guests for coming on to today's show. That's it for this week's edition of the Lynn MA Sportscast. From the studio here at LynnCAM TV, I'm Sean Donahue.
And I'm Jessica Starbard. Have an awesome week.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel. You're watching LynnCAM TV. Thanks for tuning in.
Perfect, buddy. Heck yeah!